The potential that this buggy has is absolutely huge. And the only reason I say potential is because it comes brushed. There's a brushless version, or at least there's gonna be. It's the buggy version of this monster truck that we already reviewed. And it seemed to be a little on the fragile side, in part probably because the tires on it are a little oversized. This one here, we have already run. Besides a little smoky incident, it's still in one piece. We've ran 3 battery packs through it, one of them being a 3S, and yeah, that's where we had an issue. However, by the end of this video, I think you'll agree that this is a great candidate for a brushless upgrade and a lot of speed. So it's got plastic shocks. They do feel nice and oily, has good shock absorption. They're adjustable with shims. It did come with 4 extras. Even after running it, it seems to sit right about where you'd want it to. You can't quite see that one, but it's got metal axles, metal differential cups with metal differential gears. Also, we do know the spur gear is plastic, but it's a really good looking plastic. You'll see that in a minute. These control arms actually have some flex to them, at least the upper ones do. That should be good in helping keeping them from snapping in half easily. We've got guards on the lower part of the shocks. Got them in the rear also. Solid plastic chassis with reinforcement down the middle. What is that? Solid chunky lower control arms. And this is a buggy. Those solid chunky arms are gonna help with stability. They don't flex as much as the uppers, which could possibly lead them to being more breakable. We did not break any, but that's kind of something you want, especially since we're gonna try and make this fast. And if you didn't see the HSP monster truck video, these things just, they control really well. We still have a drifter to look at too. We got a nice looking high wing that never broke off. No issues with the body at all. Dean's plug connector. There's a heat sink on the ESC, but I think because we ran it on 3S and we're not supposed to, did something weird to the ESC because yeah, it took off on me. Really solid plastic steering linkage. Metal blue center drive shaft. Metal blue servo saver. Easy to reach on-off switch even with the body on. Heat sink on the motor, which did not help in our situation. Manual shows parts breakdowns. Has a part list with all the part numbers. It comes with a decently sized 3500 milliamp hour 30C2S battery. I'm not the biggest fan of this battery strap because it does limit you on height. However, this is an excellent 2S battery that fits in it just fine. And if you do upgrade it, there's even 3S batteries that fit. But more than likely, we'll just cut slots in there, put in some old trusty straps. No issue at all with these so far. It comes with a better than most charger. These do seem to be a little bit faster than the regular USB chargers you get, and it'll even charge a 3S battery. But you can't use a 3S on this car, even though the manual does make it seem like it should be able to. Comes with a Fly Sky controller, which I do like. However, all the trims are controlled with buttons, so there's not like an infinite amount of settings, but it still goes straight. We have not had a problem there. All right, I think that's a good amount of info. There's not a whole lot else to say about it. So now I'll show you the real test. We just had a boatload of rain. Got the pump on the pool cover. Getting really windy, and it's supposed to get in the 20s tonight. Yeah, right now it's like 45. Got the heat lamp up for these guys. I bet it's the super awesome Derby City RC shirt keeping me warm. Oh, and if you like RC cars, hit that like button for us and consider subscribing. He's got great handling. Oh. "22 miles per hour. Oh, that nosedived a lot more than I thought it would. Man, perfectly fine, but she likes to nosedive.
Here we go.
Oh, that's a curb. Dang, couldn't even see it from here. Oops. $32. Uh-oh, Max, there's a hawk. Remember that one time you got eaten? See you, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I think it's just the motor. Whew, I can smell that one. What? Oh, nothing. I don't know if I've ever seen you clean that bench before. All right. Do not run this on 3S. The motor is a bit rough. Luckily, we do have a new motor for it, direct from HSP. So we're gonna fix it and run it again. Oh look, it says 2S power right there. Not only are you holding a Santa hat, it's January, you're wearing rain boots. It's not raining.
So?
Okay.
Now,
There you go.
red to yellow, black to blue.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to remember that. We'll just take this sticker off and put it on the new motor. How's that sound?
Yeah!
No, that's a terrible idea. It is definitely the exact same motor. An adjustable motor mount for different size pinions.
Right there. So black to red, right?
Does that look like it'll work? You don't remember?
No.
You were supposed to remember.
Wait, it's...
What are we gonna... Black to yellow? Do you think that was it?
No, wait, it was red to yellow.
There you go. This also has its own separate receiver. It actually says on there, you can't see it, but the ESC is rated for a 3S. Does it roll easier now?
Yeah!
Whoa.
Is that a good one?
All right, we're gonna use a higher capacity battery just to get a little more stank out of it. Oh, I ran through a turd. Whoa, where's reverse? Won't go in reverse. That's weird. What's going on there? This thing's nimble, dude. Whoa! Oh!
Try not to run into it.
Good thing you got those rain boots on. Who here knows what this was built for? Video in the description. It was a fun one. crash did her in. Oh no, it just popped an arm off, that's all.
Got it.
Back at it. Oops. Dude, when are you gonna finish putting all those rocks over here? Huh?
I don't know.
Oh. This bench will never stay clean. This buggy is really cool. In fact, I'm gonna put a brushless system in here because it is definitely worthy of one. Again, just like that truck, which has just really awesome control. Like the steering, just the responsiveness is right on point. Maybe it's the servo. It's got a good turning range, decent speed, and maybe it's the fact that it's just powerful. Look at that, even with the press to the floor, it still turns really well. Maybe that's what it is. They just actually use good servos in these. I mean, this actually takes getting used to because it actually does what you want it to do instantly. Actually, let's see how hot that motor is, because that was an entire battery pack pretty much non-stop except for the 30 seconds it took to pop that arm back in. Yeah, it's hot. And I don't know what's going on with the no reverse. We only disconnected 2 wires, and if we didn't get them both back in, it wouldn't run at all. And what's weird is when you switch it off, it moves forward a little bit. And again, that ESC is 3S capable, so we shouldn't have fried it like we did the motor. Whoa. Whoa! Whoa! Why? What in the world? It's off! That was weird. Okay. How do I do this? What? Maybe we pinched a wire and burned the insulation off. Yeah, everything looks okay. Nothing's pinched. Nothing's burnt. Oh yeah, look at the size of that servo. I mean, that's about the size of an 8th scale servo. And this, I'd kind of call a small 10th. I mean, for a buggy, it is probably accurately a 10th, but that's a big servo. And it's got a partially metal case. Nice job on that, HSP. I'm proud of you. I didn't even pay attention to that earlier. So a couple weird quirks. The biggest one being that it decided to move on its own. ESC switch is off and everything. Unplug the receiver here. Yeah. So it's definitely just a direct short inside the ESC. Direct from battery power to the motor. And it says waterproof. I don't think we got it wet. That's a WP1060. That should be a pretty reliable ESC. I have a brushless version of this truck. I don't know if it's available yet. I will link it in the description once it is available. Oh, we forgot to put the heatsink back on the motor. There, now it's probably fixed. Nope. So there's a lot of good and some stuff that wasn't so awesome.
Hey man, nice buggy.
Oh, hey, thanks. We know that if you get the brushed version, it's definitely designed for 2S. The ESC might do weird things, though, being that it's a hobby wing, hopefully that's just a one-off weird thing. Maybe there was some kind of extra circuit draw because the motor's not made for 3S. There's definitely electrical sense to that. Just, I don't know if it applies here. Even though for a buggy that you want to go fast, I still worry about those lower control arms and the bulkheads, like we ended up breaking on here, but since this doesn't have the massive tires on it, it may be okay. However, when I upgrade this, because I'm almost positive that's gonna happen, I'm gonna try to find a way to brace those together just in case. I might even try to do one that just goes over top of the body, since what are you gonna do back here? It's great the way it handles. The tires seem to have a great amount of grip. You see how the servo is pretty fast and it's responsive. Shocks work nicely, even though it's about 20 degrees out here, which is precisely this cold in Celsius. Anyway, 22, 23 miles an hour, whatever it was, is not bad at all for a 2S brushed system. Because once you get used to it, you're gonna want to go faster. And yeah, I'm working on this video, but we tried to run it in 9 degrees and the batteries just couldn't deliver the juice fast enough and it was going into limp mode. So that, along with a ton of other awesome stuff, is coming up soon.